Well, hello there, humans, bees, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you are indeed lucky enough to be doing it too. I'm Bushka Blitz, and this is the Object 704. Now, there's a bunch of videos that have come in this week, which I'm going to go through a couple of them, and then I'm going to show you at the end a video of mine. Now, I had some bigger damage games. I had a couple of 5k games, 5.5k even, but this was by far and away the most entertaining game, and that's the last game I'm going to show you today, for me anyway, because this is my channel, so I get to put myself at the end of the dance card. There's been a lot of chat lately as well about helping people out with lower tiers and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if many of you realize, but I have a tutorial series that is on the channel. There is a playlist called the tutorial playlist, and it has 3 videos that headline it that show how to side scrape, how to angle, what effective armor is, all that kind of thing, how to go hull down, what gun depression is, what auto bounces and stuff are, and finally camouflage, spotting, all that kind of stuff. There's 3 videos there. So if you know someone that's struggling with the game or is just coming to the game, hit them up with that tutorial series and give them a chance at getting better really, really easily. Now, this is a 704. Now, back in the day, this thing was the duck's guts. It was really the tier 9 monster TD. The BL-10, the gun that it fires, was absolutely par excellence. It was the standard, the gold standard that everything else was measured by in terms of TD weaponry. This is at tier 9, and it was something you aspired to, this gun. It was a weird kind of tank because, as you can probably see from this video, it's tremendously wide. The tank that it reminds me of, which probably won't make a lot of sense to you on the surface of it, is the Conqueror. The Conqueror is another tank that is way bigger than people give it credit for. It is one of the widest, most fat-bootied tanks that you're going to find in the game. And the Object 704 is very much like that. It's a tank that has a very, very wide base. Look at that roll, 737. Oh, boom, goes the dynamite. It's also a tank, though, that has a tremendously awkward armor profile. You'd think it's really easy to pen, but it's actually quite easy to bounce the 704. The reason being that T110E3 was shooting at the E100 next to the 704 that's running that 120mm gun with the 460 Alpha rather than the 128mm rather than the big derp gun, the 150. High roll, why don't you? 684. They are 2 monster rolls from Robbie92. Good on you, Rob92. Well done. Very, very solid game in the 704. But it really highlights what the tank does well. Number one, something a lot of people don't know, the 704's got excellent camouflage, right? It's got very good camouflage. Its camo rating is quite solid. Number 2, it's got a 150mm BL-10 gun, which is brilliant, and that gets 5 rounds a minute with 640 alpha, which means you got 3200 DPM. So you not only got big doses of alpha, 150mm alpha, you've also got dirty large amounts of damage per minute, as in 3200 damage per minute. Finally, your penetration on this gun is something altogether special. 286mm of AP pen. 286mm of AP pen. That is an awful lot of penetration. Your gun handling isn't spectacular. .358 dispersion is middle of the road. Not amazing, but certainly enough to get the job done when you are, rocking out at the back, which is not what our amigo does here. You can see he's pushed up pretty hard. Hey, he's right there, and this is one of the most hilarious games, and this is a reason I really wanted to include this game. This is crackers. He's in the middle of the map. He is easily the biggest, most dangerous tank on the red team, on the green team, and the red guys are going to just consistently drive out sideways in front of him. There's the 54. There's the IS-8. He's spotted. He's spotted again. IS-8's just tunneling down there, looking at targets. He's going to fire again. EWLA, good work, good work. The 54 knows he's there, so he's finally going to roll out and he's going to put a shot in, which will bounce because, you know, that's a long way away for a T54. And the 54, if he's running the standard gun, has only 201 millimeters of pen if he's not running the calibrated shells, which is not a lot of penetration. So very, very easy for him to bounce on a tank like this. And then he comes out, gets a shot in, and sideways again. Now, EW, you'd think by now, would have to move. That 047 actually shoots him. He's not moved. 047 is going to give him his turret. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Like, he's not stopped firing. I loved this review. I loved this video because I watched it the first time and I was like, you can't be serious. Because no one ever goes to this spot and just sits here. Like, you get shreked. Anyone at the top of the hill would not come out unless camo is reset. But they do. They certainly do come out. And you can see the rest of the team has fallen in a heap. They are getting absolutely shredded. There is a light tank down the far end. Oh, hello, Waffle Tractor. Thank you. Yep, I'll buy that for $1. He's not had to move here, and he is dropping monstrously large. The Waffle Tracker's like OFC. He's not happy. I can't say that I blame him, but there you go. He was in spawn. Our man EW did actually push up, and the 54 lightweight isn't happy either. It's like a bunch of unhappy humans. But here we go. He's got 951 hit points left. Now, let me talk again about the 704. Some other stuff about it that people don't really seem to get when they first look at the thing, because it is a big, wide-ass tank. It goes nearly 40 kilometers an hour, and it does get there relatively quick. There's that 54, 280, so he is running the 100 millimeter gun. That's just really unlucky. And there's a great bounce there for EL. And here we go, back. One tank left, T-34, full hit points. He gets another bounce. This kid needs to buy a lottery ticket. This is amazing. He's been aggressive. He's pressed the button at all the right times. He's aimed well. He hasn't wasted. He hasn't made bad trades. He's made, in fact, fantastic hit point trades. 451 damage. That is a very rough roll for that T-34. I mean, that's a rough roll. He gets under 300, and EWLA gets the win. Fully deserved it too. It looked really grim there for a bit, and he held his nerve, steeled up, got 5,200 damage, and carried the team home. Now, that wasn't a mastery, but I included that because I thought that really tickled my fancy. This next game is by me. You can tell it's me. I'm on the Asia server because I had a stream the other day where things went haywire, and I just renamed myself to RNJesus Drives a KV2. The tank has reasonably good traverse, 33.94 degrees. It's not great. And look, I'm not saying that it goes faster, meaning it's nimble. It's just, it does go faster than you'd expect for a tank of this size. And remember, it is a wide-ass tank. You're going to see that in a couple of these bits of footage. This is so much more the standard form, and I try and get an AP around there and just derp it, drop adrenaline. I'm hopeful of getting that E75 when he pushes up onto the IS-3, and this is very much the standard form, and we do, in fact, we get that, so well done. 709, lovely high roll, excellent stuff. Affirmative, still not spotted. I'm ready for another shot should the opportunity present itself, but while this is all going on, the team has decided to all push over there to the left. This is really odd, hey. You can see we have one bloke on the 49, our E50, our K91, our IS-3. They all push on that one tank. And there's me and a Waffle Tractor at the back here, and one poor bugger up there in a T-34 who is just getting overwhelmed. I mean, I've hit that shot, low roll, 545. You get that in the big jobs. The 34 is down, but 4 of our tanks have gone to take care of that one E75, which is just criminally overstaffing for a very, very low impact enemy. And they finally get him. We lose a bunch of targets. And the Waffle Tractor's saying help. He wants someone to go and help him. And you know who's going to help him? Me. Because if there's no targets, I've always said this about this spot. This spot is completely legitimate. If there are no targets, you then have to get off your ass and go and find some. The targets aren't coming to me. I'm going to have to go to the targets. And I know that 54E1 is a great opportunity for HE. You can see on the right-hand side of the map, I'm worried about there being someone on the lighthouse, but so far I'm not spotted, which means I can probably I switch to HE I'm desperate for this. There's a 704. 704 is not going to have time to see me. I eyeball straight in. I want to make sure of it. Right into the side. 1300 with the fire. How about them apples? I don't want to go any further out here because their 704 is available and I don't want him to get shots on me. And we really squeeze that poor T54E1 right down in the mutton chops. So you can see the tank itself has a tremendously effective gun. And despite the size, like look at the width on that front track. Despite the width on it, you can see it's able to traverse pretty handily. It's also got spaced armor just above the tracks in the middle. You don't realize it's spaced armor, so if you're ever firing heat, I'm going to stop this and show you where. Just there above the track and below the main part of the upper chassis area, and it goes all the way back to that join you can see with the left-hand arrow. That section there is spaced armor, and if you hit that with heat or HE, it will absorb. It's really trollish. Many humans have been caught out by that little bit of spaced armor on the Object 704. It's a nightmare when you don't know it's there, and you learn on it by with the errors, I think would be a fair assessment. So here comes the SU-101, and this is just a fine example of the 704. Their 704 is going to push up as well. And I'm going to basically, this I think is the most important part of the whole game. We get a bounce. He's firing APCR there, and we still get a bounce. And the reason we get that bounce, let me show you this. Let me break this down for you in the armor profile. Actually, no, let me just tell you. It's the gun mantlet. The gun mantlet on the 704 is trollish as all hell. It's a massive big part of the armor profile. You can angle it up tremendously and get massive amounts of bounces by withdrawing it at the top of a hill and all that, but it's not reliable. It's mainly that gun mantlet. It's exactly like the SU-152 and the ISU-152 that have those huge bugger off gun mantlets. And now it's just mano a mano. 704 versus 704, and it's going to be who can be the craftiest and the sneakiest 704 that ever did walk the earth. I love games like this where it's just lovely, man, and not just a me farm and damage kind of game, but you know, you've traveled around the countryside, you've done some big HE shots, you've really read the game well, you've come up stumps, you've rammed the SU-101, we get just out of there in time. I'm counting 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 because he's got 11.9 seconds worth of reload just like me, and he knows he's on a loser on the reload, so he backs up there. We get this shot in, he gets a shot in, and he rolls super high, 675 versus 500 something. Stupid, but I fired in front of him, so I now have the first shell, but he backs up and presses adrenaline, and so he probably would have got the shot in anyway, so now I'm backing up, and what I'm going to do here is reset camo, right? I'm going to reset camo all the way to the bottom of the jar, and then I am going to charge. Once I reset the camo, I want to move out there and push around the corner, and then I want to catch him going up to the goal mouth there. Now, I'm expecting he's going to go up because he's been pretty aggressive so far, and he has played really, really well. It's great, 2 704s. Couldn't have asked for a better video. And there he is, and I've spotted him at the same time, so I'm pushing really, really fast. I want to get above him, below him, because he's only got 6 degrees of gun depression. Has to move forward to get the gun down, and we managed to get Lucario 1340 out there, and I say, good game. It's like bugger. But God bless his little cotton socks. He played that in a good spirit. 4,879 damage. Not the biggest damage, as I told you, and not a mastery badge, but I found that to be a very, very funny game. And well played, Lucario, as well. He had a crackerjack, 4,774 for him. That's a 704, guys. Great tank. Really enjoyable tank. And it leads to the Object 268, which is an even better tank, if that's possible. It's more mobile, more trollishly armoured, it has more DPM and even more penetration, which is nuts. Until next time, look after yourselves, guys, and stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.